if you need a hero, just look in the mirror. No one's gonna save you now, so you better save yourself.
Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for stopping by my place where we hang out and have conversations about people in the entertainment industry. Now let's get ready for some sugar talk. I would like to have a conversation about the glorification of body counts. A while ago, I was exposed to commentary that had women discussing how many men they had slept with. I guess you guys kind of call it the red pill community. I don't know. But the women seem to glorify their long roster of men whom they had copulations with. I was completely horrified as I watched some of these women announce their body counts.
I'm Lily Phillips, and today I'm getting ran through by 100 guys.
I don't subscribe to the ideology of hoeing out your vajayjay and disrespecting your temple given to you by the Almighty God. If the kingdom of God is within you, then God has witnessed all the men that has and will run through you. It has caused you to demean yourself to nothing but a cum bucket thought turned into a money-making robot. Well, hold on to your socks, because this story will surely knock you off your rocks. I was cruising these digital streets and ended up in Cleartown. You know, where the clear people hang out at. And I came across a viral story about Lily Phillips. Lily Phillips is a 23-year-old OnlyFans performer who slept with 100 men in one day. Lily decided to let a fellow YouTuber by the name of Josh Pieters film a documentary leading up to her event. Watch this clip as Lily explains her experience sleeping with 100 men in 24 hours. Watch her body language compared to what she's saying. Please comment below, because I would love to hear your perspective on this.
Took definitely a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I think it was when it was only like 40 and I was like, I'm not even halfway yet.
Yeah.
And 40 is still a lot of people. Like, imagine 40 people and be like, I'm not even halfway, like, done.
When was the last time you ate?
I had I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And I think I had a sandwich, and that was kind of, and then the rest come. It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard.
But
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think I was you know when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous, it was like the day before, I was like, yeah. Oh, I'm so nervous. But it was good. It was more, I guess the interactions when like, I'd have to stop them early and like, you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go. And like the awkward interaction of like, you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like, you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And that's what's that's what's making you feel emotional? Is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time today?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt tripping me a little bit. I felt bad, like, some people just travel so far. Like, I didn't want to give them a shit time and like come away from this and be like, oh, that was shit. I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by the, I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're gonna do this, and like it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know? But yeah. I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
But it's up to you, right? Like when you know.
Yeah.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all. I thought perhaps in years to come she may look back at this day in sadness, but not so instantly afterwards. She had stressed to me throughout my time with her how excited she was for this challenge and how this was her fantasy, so to see her so visibly upset at the end of it all was really sad.
It saddens me that instead of striving to be in a loving relationship where a man handles your body with respect and care, Lily chooses to exchange her body for monetary gain and temporary fame. In my opinion, at such a young age, you don't know shit. You don't have enough life experience that nurtures mental maturity. It's quite disturbing how Lily chose to abuse her body by allowing, as she put it, 100 guys to run through her. It kills me hearing these young girls acting like they know shit. Only 4 years ago, Lily was just a teenager. And judging from the mindset she had in college when she stated she was promiscuous, and that was the reason she decided to do OnlyFans, because she was basically banging a lot of dudes for free. This all started with Lily announcing a casting call to her OnlyFans subscribers to enter the challenge to sleep with her on October 19, 2024. In the documentary, Lily defends her actions by stating, "I do horn because I enjoy it," she says. "I've only ever felt empowered by the fact that I'm making money off something that all guys are going to do anyway. All guys are going to sexualize me anyway." She also mentioned that she doesn't care about what other people think, but my concern is her caring about herself. What woman who has self-respect would let 100+ men run up in her? Since this behavior is incentivized, it allows Lily to glorify and try to desensitize while becoming dehumanized. Is this what you feel inside? Or have you become immortalized by all the dicks that you ride? Or is it the filthy guys that flew across our friendly skies to come on your beautiful eyes? Why the disguise? Why try to hide when your true feelings arrive? We saw you cry, then listened to you deny, while witnessing you lie, all in the guise of glorifying fornication amongst those soul ties. Oh, how you sit there so bold as your experience is being told. One who doesn't respect themselves, hearts always turns cold. Baby girl, you sold your soul when you let 100+ men run through your hole. Now you think you grown, inspiring to make 1,000 men moan. There must be something wrong or something going on inside your immature dome for you to condone this ratchet activity to be performed near your sacred womb. What you do is your business. By all means, do your thing. However, you're never going to convince me that shit you're doing isn't insane. Yes, we are entertained with crazy stories that enter our domain. But the shit you pushing is inhumane. We are not going to normalize selling adult entertainment acts for monetary gain because an immoral soul wants to project their internalized pain into being gang banged. What's even more crazy is after the documentary aired, Lily has announced she wants to sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours. Lily wants to beat a lady by the name of Lisa Sparks, who holds the world record of sleeping with 919 men in 24 hours. In an article from Rolling Stone magazine, the author stated, "This story made the news precisely because it is not industry standard. In particular, much has been made of the fact that she left STI tests up to the individuals." She says in the documentary that she prioritized participants who provided medical documentation and that she seemed surprised when Pieters told her that HIV could be transmitted via ejaculate in the mouth. And it's true. She broke from industry precautions that are typical. She didn't have any of the participants conduct STI tests through whatever the UK's version of our pass system is. She used condoms for vaginal X, but not for oral X. She didn't run background checks the way escorts would when sleeping with civilians. She didn't have participants shower beforehand, and she used an Airbnb, even though it could well get her banned from the service. Not to mention, Phillips and her team were late. Men dropped out at the last minute, and everything took longer than expected. Lily's ideology is so profound. She believes the sexual objectification of our bodies is something that we can cash in on. Only if we are willing to live under the public scrutiny that choice provokes. I do agree that the objectification of women in the media teaches girls that all they have to offer is their body and face, and they should expend all their effort on physical appearance. However, that's not an excuse to promote being a hoe. We need to encourage women to love themselves, because if they love themselves, they wouldn't degrade their bodies to such excessive levels of abuse. I know this can be a deep topic to discuss, but I would like to hear your opinion down in a comment. Do you believe in Lily's ideology? Let me know. I would love to read your point of view. Chat alert. Chat alert. Candace Owens has entered the group chat to weigh in on Lily Phillips sleeping with 100 men in 24 hours. Watch as Candace makes strong points regarding Lily's actions.
Can you address, though, what she said? If someone offered you $50 million to never do this, or to have never done this, would you have taken the 50, or would you still be like, no, it's something I want to do?
I've always said this. I did this as a hobby before I did it for work. So I was sleeping around and doing these stuff like that before I actually did OnlyFans. I was a lot more promiscuous off camera before I was on camera. And so no, I do this job because I love it so much. And to me, obviously money in every job is a big thing, but it's not about the money for me. It's about
You said you did this to give back to your OnlyFans that afforded your lifestyle. You said that, I think.
no, as in they have really helped me. You know,
But you said you thought me and my
freedom.
assistant
I never
sat
said
in a
anything
room.
about money.
You
Just
said
about
me
like
and my
freedom.
assistant sat in a room and decided that we should do this as a way to give back to the fans that have supported this, like, you know, this lifestyle that I have.
Me and my assistant was talking, and I was like, I just looked up the world record because I was like, how cool would this be to do? Because obviously it's something that's kind of obviously never been done before. It'd be really unique content. It would also be giving, you know, back to my supporters and stuff like that who have subscribed and, you know, made my life how it is today. I didn't say yeah, lifestyle. So as in like this freedom that I have. I love the life that OnlyFans has given me, definitely. And that's not necessarily money.
What freedom has it given to you if it's not money, out of curiosity?
So to be able to work for myself, to be able to do something I love, you know.
Working for yourself, meaning making, right?
Sorry?
Working for yourself as in being able to earn an income by yourself. And
No, so working for myself to be able to wake up and grab a coffee in the morning and not have to be in a desk at a 9 to 5, to be able to myself and, you know,
easy money.
make a living out of it, be able to support. No, so it's to be able to support myself, do something
Yeah,
that I
that's
love,
money. Just
and be able
so
to
you
support.
know, that's all. That's money you're talking about. Like, to be able to support
But
yourself.
I'm not just talking about like money. I'm talking about the freedom this lifestyle has given me.
Money permits freedom. Money
Yeah.
permits freedom.
Yeah, we're just trying to connect the dots there.
So money means you have the freedom to do whatever you can in your life, right? That's what money is, equals essentially time in this case, right? Because you're saying the freedom to do what you want to do. So the question
this is the thing. I could do OnlyFans and make 20 grand a month and still have the same lifestyle as I do now, than have to go to this extreme and, you know, do the 1,000. Like I could. So it's not really like the money thing for me.
Yeah, because now it's about the fame, the infamy. One of the questions that I certainly had when I was reading into your story was, I think that you kind of tried to portray it like you had this like normal upbringing. And I obviously don't buy that because I have children and I have a daughter, and your mother being involved in this signals to me that you had anything but a normal upbringing, because there's no mother that would spiritually want to see her child violated like that, because that's what it is, whether you perceive it or not. Your mother is watching you or helping you or dealing with the finances of you being violated 100 times in one day. And so I was very disturbed by that more than anything else. Is like, I've heard of OnlyFans girls. I've sat down with them, you know, respectfully on the whatever podcast, and a lot of them have stories and they understand that, you know, my mom, my dad, my upbringing didn't do this. You know, it led me to this choice in life. But you don't seem to have recognized your mother's abuse in this, which is quite alarming to me. So I'm just curious about your relationship with her.
I mean, my parents definitely don't describe having as, what did you say? Sorry, abusive or
Violating.
I don't think it's abusive. I think
She said
your daughter
violating.
being violated 100 times by strangers is abusive.
So my parents don't describe it as being violated. They don't really see it in that way. They know I've always been very liberal, and to be honest, my parents, they don't necessarily, they're not coaching me into it. They're not telling me, please do, please keep having these people at all. They're not, they're not really exactly, I wouldn't really say like supportive, but at the end of the day, they love me. And what is it going to do if they disown me, stop talking to me? That would only cause more heartache. So they see it from a standpoint of, my mum does like my finances because she wants to help me. They just want to do what they can to help. It's not so much like if they disown me tomorrow, like I think that would just make everyone more upset.
Are you giving your
No,
mom a
I'm
cut?
not arguing that they should disown you. I mean, I understand like a mother's love for their child. I'm saying that it is unnatural for your mother to be counting the finances that you're earning from having 100 strangers violate you on the internet for cash, And that is the part that there's just no way to normalize that. There's no way to normalize that. I'm a parent. There's no way, like I have a daughter, and the idea of being involved in that, like it's not saying that if she goes down that path, that you're not going to be there and pray and hope that she changes and speak to her about that and say I'm always going to love you. But I view it as predatory, parental behavior, and I don't think it's fair to even describe it as my parents are liberal. I mean, I'm obviously not a liberal, I'm a conservative, but none of my liberal friends, liberal family members, their parents would view this also as demonic, whether they have faith or not. They would just say, what parent would want that for their child? Because your mother is old enough to understand what the implications are for your future. You already comprehend what the futures are, making it. I get that you turn everything into a joke. I think you do that really to protect yourself as an armor. I don't think you actually think it's funny, but to recognize that like you're a beautiful young girl, and you're never going to have the prospects. You're not going to have a man that wants to have a family with you because they're going to see you as damaged goods. Your mother partaking in that, just so you know, is a form of abuse. It is. It's abusive.
Wow. I know some people don't like Candace, but she made really great points. From the view in which my eyes see, I don't believe Lily is doing this work because she loves it. She's doing it for the glorification of having the highest body count. Now it's time to hear from you, beautiful people. I would like to give thanks to everyone who has viewed my content. You are appreciated. As the old saying goes, you don't have to go home, but you gotta get the hell out of here.